Yes. Happy Memorial Day. I'm your host, Charles Blake. How's it going? I have a fairly typical breakfast that I do, but it's very good. It's from Bevco in Tacoma Park, one of my favorite places to eat my whole life. And yeah, so I'm excited. I'm happy. Producer Tom's right here, sitting in the window, staring at my fish. It's like, give me my pastry. Like a salad. A salmon. I'm like, no. Color like, go away. Nice kind of birds. I have been reading my 3 books. Quite a bit today. Quite a bit this weekend, actually, not today. And it's been great, honestly. Somebody asked me about it. They were like, is it confusing? Does it become kind of an issue at certain points? Because you're following so many things at once. And no, honestly, I kind of like the fact that like my brain has to kind of catch up with what I'm reading. I have to remember. Like I'm forced to like really work my memory in these things. And I honestly like that part of it. I think that's probably the most interesting part about doing it this way. And I didn't read it anywhere that I'm supposed to do this. I've just kind of always been this way. Mm. It kind of keeps me from getting bored. When I was a kid, I was really bad about not like looking. I'd be reading a book and then I'd flip all the way to the back page just see how many pages I was from the end. I don't know what compelled me to do that. It wasn't that I wasn't enjoying it. That was who I was. So I basically kind of figured out this hack so that I could keep myself from like running into boredom or complacency or whatever to call it. I don't know. It feels good. It feels good. So it is Memorial Day. And here in the U.S., we celebrate the memory of all the soldiers that have died. You know, memoriam. Sneaky that way. And it made me think of a bunch of friends I had who passed away, who were service guys, and I miss them. But it also made me think about my grandfather, from my mother's side. Rudolfo. And so he was in World War II. He was in the military. And I believe he went to Paris. Or he went to France. Paris is a city, France is a country. Went to France. And then came back, and eventually he and my grandma had a family. I only really have shards of who he was because he died when my mom was a teenager. bread is very chewy. He died when she was a teenager, and so the person who talked about him the most was my grandfather, was my uncle, also a devil, and huge guy, by the way, huge guy. Like you would, I'm told he and I look alike, facially. Um, Lucky him. Ha ha ha. No. And he used to tell me stories about him when I was a little guy, and so I forgot to show you my food. It's not working. Santos. Alright. Got the simulcast going. Instagram on this side. I got YouTube on this side. I was thinking over the weekend, by the way, that I'm probably going to do the Painters Sketch Club thing, maybe on Twitch. Might be fun, you know. Get that involved. Get that venue going. But back to my grandfather. I didn't know too much about him. Really growing up. But I think about him. I think about him often. I think about my dad's dad often. I like to think some of the good feelings, the passion I feel about things. What's up, bully? The passion I feel about things, I think oftentimes are like reflective of them, honestly. You know, they're gone, but they're still with me. So when I think of Memorial Day, like this is what I think of. I think of my grandfathers, my abuelos. They're just cool guys, you know. They served, they did all their things, and they were just kind of great. It's an interesting time up here. I did start a new painting this week. It's gonna be crazy. Um, I'm interested to see how it goes. Which is what you always want to hear from your artist. Yeah, no, I think it'll be great. As long as everything goes well. Alright, sit down. Pull your sleeve up. But, yeah. They're doing construction next door. So, we're going to hear random noises. Or I may only be the one that hears them. I'm not really sure. But it'll be interesting. Just hear a loud noise for no reason suddenly from all of these things. But yeah. But like I said, I think about them. They both worked on car. They really liked the cars. They both worked on them. Um, I don't know much really about my one grandfather. It's weird. And when I think about it, I'm like, I don't really know much to tell you. He died. That's bad. Some of it. No, he had. So after he served, he had my mom, and he had my uncle, and he had my aunt. And he, I'm told, was a really great dad. So, like I said, days like this, I remember him. I remember Scott, I remember Carlos and Diego and all these guys who I grew up with, who served what they felt was like their duty. And I'm not gonna get into that. I don't want to have any type of spat with anyone about that. But I don't know. I miss them. They were good people. It's so good, you know? It's so good. I don't know. How mad would you be if this was just like 10 minutes of me just eating this? Making weird noises. Mm. Oh. Ooh. Yeah. I would also think it's weird, but I don't know. Perhaps I'm a niche and I don't realize it. I've been watching a lot of sports, a lot of basketball playoffs. I'm not really sure who's gonna win. Like I thought it was gonna be Indianapolis, but they're they look like they're just gonna get beat. So I don't know. It'll probably be like uh, Dallas and I'm trying to think, Dallas and Boston would be where I would expect to be the guys for it. It's just funny. Because I like Luca. I think Kyrie is very talented. I kind of don't really care for. I really don't care for Boston just because it's Boston. If that's the thing. Like it's not anybody's fault who plays for Boston. They're they're. I'm sure it's a lovely place, but I don't know. I want Boston to win. I'm originally a Lakers fan, so Boston just rubs me the wrong way. I'm trying to think what else. This is maybe a short video. I don't know. What did you have for breakfast? Do you have any people who you celebrate on Memorial Day? Do you have a plan to go anywhere? You gonna watch fireworks? You do a cookout? Or you gonna do any of that stuff? My mom got me this electric racket that's supposed to help you when you're outside for mosquitoes. I've never used it. Well, not tell you about it. We had a hornet's nest outside on our porch, and I had it in one hand, a hoodie, some goggles, some gloves on, and then I'm like a hormone spray. You spray on them, and they just go completely the opposite direction. And I'm just John McEnroe over here, bobbing and weaving, because you gotta be both. And and so I've got the thing, I've got the spray. The things are gone. I'm holding it. I've still never used it. I've still never killed anything with it. But I'm thinking I might have to bring it with me today. I also got to put that pants back on. I do have shorts. It's not like I'm not naked. That'd be weird. Um, but so I might bring it with us just because it'll do the thing. Let my father-in-law play with it. I think he'll have a good time with it. He loves like little catalogs, all like weird stuff like that, like uh, electric brass knuckles and stuff. It's hilarious. They're the most ridiculous things you've ever seen. And he enjoys them because they are ridiculous, which is the perfect reason. I was thinking today I want to play with clay. I haven't played with clay in a long time. I've had this plan to make something really special and then figure out how to remake it afterwards, like molds. So I'm going to do that today. Producers Tom's leg and face are now in the chat. You're all welcome. Poppy, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't show butt. Don't show your butt. It's not necessary. I know. Yeah, you're a bad boy. Thank you, bad guy. Alright, so Tom's telling me to wrap it up. I love you very much. I hope you're well. He literally just did that to walk through the shot. Oh man, that's great. So yeah, I'm done anyways, but that was fun. I'll talk to you later. I'll see you next week. Better out. Ciao. Bye. Video tomorrow.